it's Stephen Dar from Teachers Retirement Help, here with a quick video to show you exactly what it is that we have at this site for you, what you can learn, how you can apply it to your current finances and to your future. Now, if you couldn't tell, I'm shooting this at home, not from the studio, so excuse that I've got this little whiteboard for you instead of the big board, but the information is going to be really good. So let's zoom in on the board and see exactly what we have here. So at the top we have your paycheck. So you get paid every month, or what other various forms of income you have. And the first thing that happens is automatically taxes and money that goes to your pension is taken out. If you pay Social Security, a lot of you don't, that's taken out of your paycheck as well. And then you're left with your take-home pay. Now you've got a lot of obligations with that. You got to pay for your rent or for your mortgage. You have to pay for food, utilities, and transportation. You have to pay debts if you have them. Obviously, you have to pay for some entertainment so you don't drive yourself crazy. And if you have children, those things can be pretty expensive. So let me first say that if you have debt, especially if you have credit card debt, one of the first things that you're going to want to do is come up with a plan to attack that debt and eliminate it. We have a resource that is on the homepage of Teacher Retirement Help that will help you figure out how to best pay off your debt, how to pay it off as fast as possible, how to avoid interest as well as you possibly can, and how to free yourself from under the weight of that debt. I also have a resource that will be coming out soon that will help you better handle your mortgage, and if you pay rent, it'll help you negotiate down what you pay on your rent. So that's what we call a big win savings. You can save money that you pay on your rent, which is probably one of your bigger expenses every month, and free that up to put towards other priorities. So now you have to use what it is that you have left to put towards your savings, building up an emergency fund, putting towards education, whether it's further education for you or putting away money for your children's college education, money towards vacations or cars or other big purchases in your life. And then the big one is retirement. Now, you already have your pension that is supposed to be there for you for retirement, but there's a couple problems. And if you're from one of the 35 states that have mildly to very, very serious pension problems, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. It's uncertain. There's risk. Now, it might be that your state won't be able to afford to pay you the full amount that they've promised you and the full amount that you've earned. And that's no fault of your own, but you might be the one paying the price for mistakes that the state has made. If you aren't able to be paid the full amount that you've been promised, you might find yourself having to try and go back to work way later than you would have liked to, or try and make ends meet with much lower income than you expected and live a lower quality of life in retirement than what you've earned. And it's all compounded by the fact that life expectancy is growing. People are going to live longer and longer with the better modern medicine and cures that we're coming up with for diseases. Your retirement could last 20 to 40 years, maybe longer. So you're going to make sure that you've got money. I'm not here promising you the world. I'm not saying you can retire with all this money, but you want to have enough to be protected and to have peace of mind and not have to worry every day about whether or not your state's going to be able to afford to pay you what they promised you. So the two main resources that I have on this site are my Enriched Teacher Guide, which there'll be a link under this video, but there's also a link in the sidebar that you can get for free, and it's 5 of the best money-saving tips that I've come across and that other teachers have taught to me that focus on, like I said earlier, big wins. Things that you can do one time that will save you several $100s, or you can do one time that will save you money month after month after month on recurring expenses. I'm not talking about little things that you have to scrimp and save and do work to save just a little bit of money. I'm talking about minimal effort for maximum results. And with that, you can put the money that you save either towards the things in red, the things that you have to pay that you might be currently struggling to pay, or these things in blue, the big goals for your future, the things that you really should be saving for, or that you know you should be saving more for, but just aren't able to because the cash flow isn't there. Enriched Teacher is going to help you be able to free up that money to put towards the important things in your life and towards getting ahead with your finances. Now, the second thing, the main thing that I offer teachers is a webinar on your retirement. Now, I teach you some really important things in there. The most shocking is that over 77% of teachers choose one of the worst retirement plans available to them if you want to save more for retirement outside of your pension. They choose this bad 403B plan that charges them very heavy hidden fees and charges for worthless benefits. And it sounds like a small amount, but it adds up over the long term. And collectively, it costs teachers over $3 billion per year. And the difference between choosing this bad plan that so many teachers are in and choosing the best plan available to you could mean tens and tens of thousands of dollars more available to you at retirement. So on that webinar, I show you what the worst plan is. I show you why so many teachers choose that worst plan. I show you what the best plan is and how that plan could result in a lot more money available to you at retirement. A significant amount that could be the difference between still being worried about whether or not you're going to make it in retirement and having that peace of mind, that knowing that you've done everything that you can and you're in a good position to have enough income in retirement, even if the state has to pay you a percentage less in retirement benefits than what they promised you. So there you have a broad overview of what I had to show you on this website, some of the resources that I made available to you. I highly recommend you click on the links below or the buttons on the sidebar and get yourself a copy of the Enriched Teacher Guide and sign up for an upcoming webinar. Those two things alone, if you watch the webinar and you read through the Enriched Teacher Guide, neither of them will take you that much time. You're going to be way ahead of 90% of teachers out there in regard to their finances. So explore the site. I hope you get a ton of great information and value out of it and you can improve your current and future finances. And I look forward to seeing you in Enriched Teacher and on an upcoming webinar. So those are some of the resources I have available for you on the site, and I was on the other side before, I think. So that's what I have to teach you in